Hello Gemini, this is going to be your monthly reading for November 2019, and these energies will kind of be like a general energy of what you might be experiencing throughout November. So I'll still be posting the more detailed readings throughout November, but this one you can always check back on and see how it resonates, because sometimes those energies change from beginning a month to end a month. Now this is going to be an advice card from this deck. This is a beautiful deck, and if you're interested on what decks I use, I put those down in the description below. So let's get an advice card for you, Gemini. All right, building blocks. So something that you're building right now is super stable, something that can last throughout time. So whatever that could be, that's going to be different for every single Gemini out there. That could be your career, that could be a friendship, a relationship, something that you're actually physically building. You know, if you're building a house, you know, this is going to be a house that stands the test of time. So something that you are working on and building, whether it's for yourself or with another person, or, you know, in some kind of endeavor, that is definitely solid. They are the building blocks that are creating something for the future. I love that for you, Gemini. Now let's get some tarot cards, see if we can figure out what it is you might be building and what is going to be stable for you. We have Mercury retrograde still, and it'll actually be retrograde all the way till November 20th, and it actually still gets felt for about 10 days after, so we might as well just say all of November will be Mercury retrograde. So with your ruler being retrograde, just be mindful of communications, contracts, anything that is electronic. You know, it might break down, and certainly don't buy anything electronic unless you have to, you know. And if you do, I would suggest the warranty and keep the receipt and stuff like that, because there may be a hassle. All right, you are getting King of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, and Two of Wands. Beautiful energy for you, Gemini. Okay, Cardinal Fire. Now, King of Wands is always going to be the type of energy where somebody is going to be active, makes things happen, and it is always around passion. This king will always rule his kingdom with passion. If there is an endeavor or something that isn't passionate for him, he's not even interested, because he knows it's not really going to serve his kingdom. And he always goes after something because he knows going after what he wants is the best way to get what he needs. And that's fire energy. And Cardinal Fire is like the leader of fire energy. So this would be kind of like that Aries feeling of charging through and being the leader. So you may need to be the leader throughout November. You may need to recognize your passion, recognize your power, and really stand in it and have some sort of action. Have action around what drives you wild. And that could be this building block. You know, there may need to be a reignited passion for you. Maybe you need to remember what it is you're building and what you need to put towards your kingdom. So whatever it is, there's this massive passion, and the king always utilizes it. So when we get the court cards, it's suggested that we adopt these attitudes, okay? Now you're also getting Ten of Pentacles. And what's beautiful about the Ten of Pentacles coming right underneath this building block is this is the final culmination of legacy. This is that home, that career, that relationship, that creative thing that you create that brings you everlasting financial compensation. Okay, this is something so stable that nothing can touch it. And I love that coming under this building blocks, because that's exact same message. It's earth energy, it's very solid, and it is something that can take a very long time. So that's why it's kind of like in the womb. All right, when you get the Ace of Pentacle, that's when you have the seed. You bury it. You know, a tree takes a long time to bear fruit. So same with whatever it is that you're doing, you need to recognize that this stability may be taking a long time, but dang, is it going to be there forever? okay? With it falling right underneath that, that's beautiful synchronicity for you, Gemini, to know that whatever you're building, long term. All right, you also have Two of Wands, which is almost like a choice. So it can always be like this, I don't know, I have the world in my hands and I don't know where to go next, but I kind of do. Because the Two is always saying, you do know. You already know where your passion lies. So you have Wands here, you have Wands here, and then stability. So passion really encompasses this stability in maintaining that passion. And when we have the Two, it's like there's a choice there, but you already know. So if you're faced with a choice in November and it really is surrounding something that you're passionate about, just know that your inner knowing knows. And all you have to do is take time. Ask your higher, guides, higher spirits. Ask whatever inner, subconscious that you have for the answer, and you'll realize that you already know. And some of you won't even need to ask because you'll know. You'll be, confronted with some kind of an option or a decision or a choice that you have to make, and it's around your passion, and it's saying, that's going to come about. But that does have to do with the rest of it. So maintaining that passion when you make that decision. Be masterful and kingly when you make that decision. Let's get some clarifying cards, see if we can figure out what it is that you are so passionate about and what it is that you're building. All right, you have Page of Swords, Queen of Swords, and Six of Pentacles. All right, let's break this down for you. Now you have King of Wands here, right? And you are feeling your passion. You know that you have passion and that you need to, have action around it to maintain your kingdom. And you're also getting new information, okay? New communication. Something new that is making the mind want to analyze and learn more. Okay, so this will be different, obviously, for every single Gemini out there. But every Gemini out there will get some kind of communication, some kind of ideas, some kind of, mental energy that is really new. And it may set off this spark, this absolute passion. Whatever it is for you, Gemini, it's going to be pretty dang good. Because then you have the Queen of Swords coming up here. And the Queen of Swords cuts through the fat. She doesn't even, she doesn't wishy-wash. She doesn't, pussyfoot. She doesn't, she's always standing in her power, and she knows her truth 100%. There is no question about it. And the ways that she utilizes this is through her emotion. She honors her truth. She knows that she's been through a lot. She's very good with her words, very good with thinking, very quick thinker, very witty. So she is able to recognize and stand up for this. It's almost like this Ten of Pentacles. It's like, it's so big for you and so stable, but you need to stand up for it in some way, or you need to stand in your power, stand in your truth. It could be different for everybody. It seems like there could be like 100 scenarios with this one little row here. So you have building blocks, you have Ten of Pentacles, and then you've got this serious truth standing there. Okay, so whatever it is that you're building, it's going to be different for every Gemini, but whatever it is that you're building, you really need to stand in your truth about it. Don't try to play it down or upplay it or anything like that. Like, really stand in the truth. So, with two swords coming up here, right like this, it just really feels powerful to recognize your own truth. Now, with this Two of Wands coming up here, there's that question, that decision. And the best way that the cards are saying to get through that is to recognize a giving and receiving. You only give when you have enough for yourself. You never give your last bit, right? Because then you need. So this is always telling you to recognize where there's a balance in giving and receiving. And maybe that'll even come in play when this choice around passion surfaces. Where is the giving and receiving? Where's the balance? You know, when we have a 2 here of knowing and then we have a choice, it's like you already know what the choice is. Because 6s always say, I choose. This always says, I know, I choose. So what is it that you know, and what is it that you're choosing, Gemini? And you will know. And again, that'll be different for every Gemini, as this is a general reading. But overall, it really seems like, you know, you have something big that you've been working on. It's so stable, and maybe just having some communication about it. Maybe having some truthful conversation, honest conversation, and then recognizing where the balance is and where the balance needs to maintain. Now we're going to get a card from Spirit. These are called postcards from Spirit. I absolutely love these cards. I only usually use them for private readings, but I thought, what the heck? We'll bust them out for November. And speaking of tarot cards, if you have not signed up for the free tarot card deck giveaway that I'm doing, check below or the little video that pops up after this one, because I got all the subscribers that I had stated in the rules that I needed, but none of, well, not none, only 3 of the subscribers actually submitted a sweepstakes entry form, and I need that in order to actually choose a person. So if you haven't signed up, please go do that second part, because I really want to be able to give this tarot deck away before the end of the year. So please, please, please check that out. All right, let's read through this. Dear you, do you feel like you need to do all the work and fix everything for everyone, or you may have no value? Maybe you think you need to control everything, or else nothing will get done. Be healed, be completed, etc. You may think you need to conform to what others expect of you, or choose a course of action to manipulate an outcome. But we don't think that would be a good choice. How about this? Even if it makes you temporarily uncomfortable, do something different. Set that boundary. Delegate responsibility to another. Ask for your needs to be met. And when faced with an impossible situation or sticky, enmeshed relationship, repeat this mantra. I didn't cause it. I can't control it. And it's not my job to cure it. Then carry on. Feels good, doesn't it? The best part is everything just seems to work out beautifully and honestly in the end. Love you so much. Oh, that's beautiful for you, Gemini. So definitely recognize that whatever it is you're doing, you can trust. And certain things that you can't control, don't try to control them. Just make sure that you're maintaining your balance, maintaining your truth, and, you know, recognize that you have something huge and stable happening here for you in November. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I definitely would love for you to like and hit the bell. That helps me spread all this beautiful information around. And check out that free giveaway for sure. I'll be posting the full moon readings for November 12th, I believe. So come back and check those out, and we'll see you soon.